Hi everyone, and welcome to LiveArt webinar series. And today we have a super special episode. We are here today live with LiveArt team, and we have more of our team members joining us soon. So I'm Olena Yara. I'm content manager at LiveArt. And for those of you who are not familiar with LiveArt, LiveArt is a Web3 platform for art, and we do a lot of things. We have a trading floor where you can purchase or sell your blue chip artworks. You can also go to liveart.io like right now and check out our art price database powered by AI. It's an extremely useful tool for art lovers. And as a part of our Web3 mission, we also do digital art drops. And the most recent drop we launched were icons by Chris Levine. And we are also extremely proud of our drop with Bloom June, the top selling and world known Chinese contemporary artist. And so I'm here today with Daniel and Boris. So Boris, if you can just give a little bit intro about you and what do you do in the space, how you got into the space?
Sure. Hi guys. It's a great to be here. I think we have done a lot of these already. So many of the community are already familiar with me. I got into crypto by way of the art world. I had a company called Collectrium that was purchased by Christie's some time ago, and spent a few years in the art world and really saw this major disruption in the art world that was happening thanks to the Web3 and the crypto community. And ever since then, we've been building or biddling in this space. It's been an amazing space to build in. It's really gaining steam very, very rapidly. I'm sure we'll talk more about it today. So really glad to be here.
Thank you so much. And Daniel, if you can also briefly introduce yourself. I know our community probably knows you pretty well, but please do.
Yeah, so my name is Daniel, and I've been with LiveArt since 1.5 years so far. And before that, I've been in crypto since 2017. So been a while in crypto for now. So I'm very excited to be here and to be part of the crypto, and especially to finally see that the market conditions are becoming much better.
Yes.
So yeah, very excited to be here, and very excited to have this conversation today as well.
Yeah, happy days. All right. Our vision for LiveArt really has been from the start to be this one-stop shop for art as an asset class for Web3. So we've been building toward this moment, and now it seems like it's sort of on the brink of scaling up. So really a place for people who collect and trade art NFTs by top artists in the world. So as you probably know, we have been dealing with artists with $100 million and in market cap and up. People who trade physical art, as you probably also know, we've had one of the top peer-to-peer marketplaces that is trading art in a blockchain-enabled way. And then we'll be adding additional products this year that allow people to invest and trade tokenized physical art masterpieces, as well as other products that leverage the overall trend of the financialization of art. So art is not just something that is amazing to look at, own, and enjoy, but also it also has an economic component. So I think more and more that will come to the forefront of what we do as the year progresses.
Yeah, exactly. And I also feel like, as Daniel mentioned, February, we entered an amazing market. Even me, myself, when I opened the Twitter account and I saw all the news, they were amazing with ordinals, with NFT pairs. So I wanted to jump into what happened and what were the milestones for LiveArt in February. And I want to start with Daniel so he can tell us a little bit more about Farcaster, because this is a new initiative, marketing initiative that LiveArt is working on. And if you can just guide us through it, it would be nice.
Yeah, so there's been a few, I think, milestones in February for LiveArt. First of all, we had we created our Farcaster account, and we're launching daily LiveArt data powered frames, and we are actually also working on other frames for our community. So I actually suggest following us on Farcaster to see what we're up to, because we have some great plans for that as a platform. We had a few more milestones. Actually, we had quite a few milestones in February. We had the icons reveal, so we were super excited to see all of the cool NFTs that our holders were sharing throughout the reveal. And it was so great to see all of those amazing NFTs and artworks. And we could see also that everyone was so excited about them. And so that was great, and congrats to the 10 winners as well of the artworks. And we have a few product updates as well in February. We rolled out our fresh update to our analytics tool, and that's the first step in beefing up our art price database. And that's basically to make it easier for you to get the first scoop on the art market. So I highly recommend you checking that out as well. And we also secured projects with 2 major contemporary artists, which are some of the details we're going to be sharing in the coming weeks. So we're very excited about that as well. So you should definitely stay tuned for that and follow our social media. I would recommend following Twitter as the most one if you had to pick one.
Exactly. And unfortunately, Emmanuel is not here, but he is Solidity team lead. And he even launched a super viral frame on Farcaster. So we are also excited about this platform this month. And Boris, I want to go back to you because I know you have an amazing updates. And you also have one update that I really want to hear about. I know you received your Yumin Boundless prints this month. Is this right? And if you can share some updates you have regarding it.
Yes, we're very happy to do that. Actually, I think there is a picture, if we can throw it on the screen. That's yes, that's my kids very happily unboxing the Human June print that we just recently received, and that was awesome. So we framed it, we put it up. It's amazing, it's beautiful, I love it. But I am certainly not the only one who received it. And if you've been following our Twitter, you can see all sorts of stories, people sharing their unboxing experiences, showing how much what they did with their prints, how they framed them, how they unpacked them, where they displayed them. So it seems like it's just great to see. It's great to see that this wonderful art that we have been publishing both in digital domain as NFTs and now also in prints to our holders, how it's kind of gaining the life of its own. And I know that the artist is also very, very, very happy. It's very interesting because for many of us who come from the traditional art world, this is very unusual, right? It's because in the traditional art world, the community, there is not much of a community. Collectors are individuals. They tend to be quiet about their holdings. There is not much public socializing going on. There are private socializing, but certainly not public. It's very uncommon for the traditional art community to be so publicly excited about their collecting. That's why we love the Web3 community and the crypto community, because it's a completely different approach to collecting art, right? Really displaying it, showing it to the community, sharing it with the community. And it's just wonderful to see. To me, having been on both sides of the art market, both the traditional and more established side and on the crypto and Web3 side, I mean, I enjoy this so much more because it's just, this excitement that people show, that collectors show, and as they collect these art pieces is just so palpable, and it's wonderful to see. So so that's been a bit of a highlight, I would say, for this month of February, as these prints have been entering the social media sphere. We're seeing them everywhere, right? So we're suddenly seeing these prints, not because sort of we are promoting them on social media, but because our collectors and co-holders of these prints are sharing their experiences. So it's pretty cool. And yes, the Chris Levine icons drop has been was very successful. Again, you probably saw us kind of talking a lot about it in February. It did very well. Lots of works got sold. And what's interesting about it is that more than half of the NFT holders also ended up or chose to purchase the prints, which is really our record, right? And really starting out in NFT sort of community, we didn't really anticipate that our Web3 native community is going to be so interested in the physical print. And here we are now. More than half of the purchases of the NFTs opt for the physical artworks as well. So that was pretty awesome to see. And again, the artist in this case participated very, very closely, right? It so happens that where I live in Madrid, there is also a major exhibition of Chris Levine art. So he came here for the opening of the exhibition. We did a tour, a walkthrough that you probably saw on social media. So the artist talked a lot about the art to the community, and I think that contributed to the success of this project. And we'll continue doing projects with this artist as well as with most of the other artists that we have brought to market to the Web3 communities in the coming months.
That's amazing. If I can just add to this, every time we do a major drop, our team gathers together so we can kind of monitor how it goes. And when we saw these amazing results of half of the collectors actually going with a physical print, it was amazing. I don't know if you guys remember this moment, but it was kind of super cool. And yeah, thank you, our community, for supporting us and for collecting also physical art. And if we can just go back to our future plans, what are we planning to do in March? Boris, if you can tell us more. If there is anything we can kind of sneak peek to our community, it would be great.
Yeah. Well, right. I'm not going to talk too much about it. We're going to announce it, and then don't want to steal our own thunder. But something to look forward to. Some of the things that Daniel has already mentioned. Our analytics product, our data analytics product, is really underlying many of the things that we do. Really, almost everything that we do. Because when we price our NFTs and when we trade physical art, we rely on real art market data, right? And we have 100 million. 10 million data points of past auction sales with lots and lots of analytics on top of it. Current market values of artists, indices. Every artwork is marked to market. And whenever we sell NFTs, we always benchmark them to the underlying market for the artist. And because most of the artists that we deal with have sold hundreds of millions of dollars worth of artworks, those markets are quite liquid. This benchmarking makes a lot of sense. So we continually invest in our analytics product. It's now very widely used throughout the art world and increasingly in the Web3 and the crypto world as well, as art is becoming a Web3 asset class. And so in March, you will see quite a major upgrade to that product. We are giving it sort of a whole new vibe. It's not really a facelift. It's a fairly fundamental change, because we are really focusing it now on our core market, our core community, which is the Web3 and crypto community. And so, that community is interested not just in art as a collecting medium, but also in it as an investment, as an asset class. And so the needs of this community with respect to the underlying art market data are quite different. And so this new this new release of the data platform is going to cater primarily to this community, or the changes in it and the enhancements are going to cater to this community. So you will see all sorts of really cool features like trading signals that really allow you in real time to follow an artist or an artwork that you might be interested in anywhere in the world. That may be traded in Hong Kong today, in Paris yesterday, and you will see it in real time, how it actually affects the value of either your holding, if you're holding an artwork like this, or an artist or an NFT by that artist, or it will, if you are sort of interested in potentially investing in that artist, it will give you an ability to research that artist in real time as the market conditions for that artist change. So that's quite awesome. And there will be all sorts of other tools in that upgrade, like you can follow numerically and quantitatively the career of an artist and see which artworks from which years of the artist's output are most valuable, have appreciated the most, and do all sorts of other analytics. So that's something to look forward to. The second thing is that we're going to have not one but two new NFT collections that will be announced and dropping in March, by really incredible artists. So don't miss that. Well, we won't let you, because we will be talking a lot about those two drops that will be happening shortly. There will be a new way to buy. So for a long time, most of the NFT drops have been framed as fixed price drops. So there is a supply edition number, and then there is a fixed price. There have been auctions here and there, but they weren't particularly common. So we think that really in line with how things are sold in the art world, auctions actually is the superior way, as long as it's implemented properly on chain, a superior way to sell out drops. They allow for price discovery. They ensure that everything is optimally priced. They allow for all sorts of innovative incentives for different categories of buyers. So we're going to be introducing an auction feature, which we'll be employing for some of these upcoming drops. Not all. Some drops will continue to be fixed price. Some will be auction based, depending on what's appropriate for particular drop dynamics and an artist and the project that we're bringing to market. And last but not least, we'll be introducing collector rewards. There is already the LiveArt Pass that many of you have, and those who don't should. That really gives you a lot of benefits within our community that we talked about on many of the previous webinars. And now there will be, in addition to that, alongside it, on top of it, that is collector rewards. You will be able to collect points that will add up to different rewards, or really airdrops and other things that we're planning. We're not going to announce the details quite yet, but there will be a point system that will be launched in the upcoming month that I think the community is going to find very helpful and engaging. So these are some of the big things. These are pretty good for a single month, right? A major upgrade to analytics product, two major NFT drop announcements, collector reward points, and some new auction dynamics features that will be introduced to how we sell our NFT projects.
Sounds amazing. And as Boris have been talking about collector rewards, I would like to remind to our listeners that those who actively participate in our spaces or webinars right now, you can just type a comment, and among the commentators, we will pick one winner of a LiveArt Art Pass. And honestly, I love our Art Pass. It looks gorgeous, and we give a lot of thought into its design. It's full on chain, and the more you hold it, the better the design looks itself as it changes to your holding period. So just be active for a chance to win the Art Pass. And what I also wanted to discuss is the trends that we saw and observed in February. And I will start with one. It was an awesome months for Bitcoin ordinals, and you can also go to our YouTube channel and check out our webinar about Bitcoin ordinals. This was actually the first ever live stream webinar that we hosted, and this would be like your guide into Bitcoin ordinals, so please go and check it out. And Daniel, if you can just guide us through trends that you observed in February, because honestly, guys, Daniel is a person who follows every news that is happening in the space. So I think he would be the best person to tell us more about it.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, I think the biggest news, as we discussed before, was the overall rallying on the market. Earlier today, we saw the news that Bitcoin hit 60,000 US dollars, which is great news, and Ethereum also finally managed to get above the 3.1K. I think last time that happened was back in 2022. So after the grim year of 2023, it looks like we are finally going towards some brighter times. So that's super interesting with how the market is responding, especially after the Bitcoin EFT, where it kind of went down a bit. So there's also a few more, I think, highlights or trends in February that were interesting. So the FIES Art Fair excitement, it starts this week, and we can't personally wait to see what the amazing artist that's being featured at that art fair. And so also we had the record-breaking autoglyphs sale. 10 autoglyphs was sold for 5,000 ETH, which makes it one of the biggest on-chain sales ever, which was a very significant news. And especially, it's great that on-chain art sells for this much. Something else which is happening tomorrow is the Blast mainnet going live. And we think here at LiveArt it's going to be a game changer. We are very excited to see all of the projects that's building on it and what else is in store, and how art is going to do on the Blast mainnet. And something else, yesterday the Ethereum marketplace on Magic Eden actually went live, and we are very and that was in collaboration with Yuga Labs. I think that's great and big news because of how we've seen how the royalties have been essentially being zero over the last few months or half a year. So it's great news that finally the artists can get the royalty and be rewarded for the hard work. And last but not least, CryptoPunk making new moves. So let's not forget the buzz around CryptoPunk's residency. Artist residencies are key in the art world in launching artist careers, and we are very excited to see what goes next and how it's going to be developing in the digital space. I think this is some of the biggest highlights of this month. And of course, we also, last but not least, we've seen how Portal Coin is outperforming, and it's also going live, or the TG is tomorrow at Binance. So excited to see how that's going to be post-launch as well.
There is definitely the backdrop of excitement, just because of the general appreciation of various crypto assets. But inside that, there was one thing that Daniel mentioned that I really wanted to zoom in as very, very important to our business. This Magic Eden marketplace with Yuga Labs that honors royalties is super important for anybody who is interested in NFTs, in art and digital art, in creator rights in general. We had a whole AMA and Twitter space on it, probably more than once, with with different guests, just speaking about how important that is to the creator community, that royalties are honored. And of course, they've been under attack by the big marketplaces, the OpenSeas, the Blurs, and the others. And now we're seeing the big backlash, right? So now I think there is, let's call it a course correction, with Magic Eden and Yuga Labs teaming up, and Animoca Brands as well, and their various properties, and really making sure that that creator royalties don't just survive but thrive, because they're critical for many of the business models in this Web3 and crypto community. Without that, the great creativity burst that we have seen in the community over the last couple of years is going to fizzle, and nobody wants that to happen. So super important development. It may not be as flashy as Bitcoin going to 60 grand, price level, but it is at least equally important for us, right? For the community of creators in this space. So really wanted to reinforce that one news that just happened yesterday, right? The launch was yesterday, so it's really, really, really fresh.
Exactly. Yeah. And I agree with Boris completely. It is crucial to support creator royalties. And I think when I first started working in this space, I think this is what made the space appealing in the first place, that the creator can get the royalties he deserves to get on the secondary market sales. In any way, let's go to another topic. Guys, what are your predictions for the art market in general and Web3 market in March? If Daniel, you can start. If you have any ideas in mind, how do you think the market will look next month?
I mean, so one of the first things I want to bring up is we've seen over the last week, over the last few weeks, how ordinals have been performing, and the let's call it the Grail collections just keeps rallying, and also more projects announced that they're going to build on ordinals and release collections on ordinals. So I think in March that's going to continue. I think more collectors are going to be on ordinals. More collectors are going to have actually a Bitcoin ordinals wallet and going to collect their first inscribed artwork. So and I think the infrastructure is going to be improved during the month of March. And last but not least, about ordinals, I think more art collections will also start to be inscribed. So I think it's very exciting when you see how Bitcoin is performing overall, to also see that ordinals is following with the performance of Bitcoin. So I think that's exciting. Something else. So as we all know, 2024 has been the year of GameFi so far, and I think that March will be no different. Shrapnel, Portal, Pixel, some of the coins, you name it, has been tied to tokens. But I think as well, we will see a shift into NFTs as well, gaming NFTs, not only tokens. And I think Portal is going to lead with that starting tomorrow. And last but not least of my predictions, I think airdrop season is going to continue. We've seen over the last few weeks how a lot of NFT projects are being airdropped tokens from various crypto projects. I think that's going to continue. I think art projects is going to get airdrops as well, and some of the smaller ones. So I think this trend on meta is going to continue. Same goes with the points meta. So airdrop season is going to definitely continue as the markets rally. So people want to get more tokens, and farming mechanisms, point systems is the play, I would say. So this trend is what I think for sure.
It's amazing, and I'm also super excited to have Luisa joining us. Hi, Luisa. Luisa is. Hey, if you can just briefly introduce yourself, But I think people know you, but we can still go with an intro.
Yeah. So super happy to be here. Sorry I was late. But yeah, so I'm just heading up business development at LiveArt and project delivery. I'm really happy to be here to, go over everything we did in February, what we're gearing up for in March. And then, I think there's some pretty exciting things happening in the space and at LiveArt.
To the extent that the exciting things are happening with all the different projects and drops that we've talked about before, Luisa is in the center of it. So as it says, head of business development and delivery, that's basically what it means. It's Luisa and her team who are putting those projects together and then delivering them. So which includes production, marketing, artist relations, and so on. So all of the things that we talked about that are coming up in March, in the upcoming months. That's why she was late. She was busy.
Exactly. Yeah. We're speaking to an artist. So yeah.
Exactly.
And but to go to the previous topic, I just wanted to add one more thing to Daniel's many excellent predictions. And I think we're all excited about the market rally and the ordinals and all of the other things that Daniel mentioned. There's it's just really exciting time to be in the crypto industry again, right? So enough with that bear market. Now let's go. I think there is one more thing that I would put on the map as a trend for this year and probably for the next couple of years to come. And that's real-world asset tokenization and fractionalization and trading. A lot of projects are doing things in that. Our particular specialty is the art asset class. So we'll be doing, real-world asset tokenization with respect to art. There are many other projects that are doing it in the real estate, in the financial sphere with U.S. treasuries and other financial instruments. So I think that there will be a lot of that going on. And I think it's very, very important. It's a very, very important trend. And the reason is that it really connects the Web3 world to the Web2 world, or to the traditional asset world. And as much as we all like to think that the Web3 world and the crypto world is huge, but it really isn't compared to the world at large. Most of the people, still haven't heard of crypto in a meaningful way. Certainly don't have any ownership of it. And I think through this real-world asset tokenization, this is how it's going to become relevant and tangible and palpable to people who are not yet in the Web3 and crypto world. This is key to the next billion users, as we like to say, right? And it's key to this widespread adoption of crypto and related technologies in the world. And so that's why I'm excited about it. I think it is starting now, right? It's starting this year. And probably for the next few years, this real-world asset tokenization is going to be a very important trend. I don't know if it's going to be the number one trend, the dominant trend compared to all the other things, DeFi, GameFi, whatever. But it's going to be definitely in the top three. Or so is my prediction, since we're doing predictions.
Thank you so much. That's about the prediction. And I think we can also use this time, because I am happy that Luisa joined us. And Luisa, we already discussed it, but maybe you can hint into what is coming next on LiveArt in March.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you guys already discussed, but I think we're providing some exciting updates to our product, so both on the analytics and also on our Launchpad. And we will be announcing 2 major collections, which we're really excited to see everyone's reaction to, and also for you to interact with these artists who I think, it's great to see artists of their caliber join Web3 and do great projects. So we're very excited about that. And I think also to add to the, predictions for the next few months, I think we're starting to see, the art market kick off their auction seasons. I think we're going to have a good auction season this year. I think with all of the kind of this explosion within Web3, we're going to see a lot of excitement among traditional artists to join the space. So for me, I'm really looking forward to a very active Web3 space with more art. I also think the rise of new networks like Blast will be also an incentive layer for different projects, exciting things. There's a lot of new developments happening now, which means a probably very exciting Q3 and Q2. So that's my prediction.
Thank you so much. And also to comment on our plans for March. Next week, to celebrate International Women's Week, we will be hosting an amazing webinar with some of the leading women who are leading the Web3 space. So please mark your calendars for next Thursday for 9 a.m. EST. And we really hope to see you there. And to just wrap up this space, it was an amazing space with our team. We are also planning to do a Discord call, so please be sure to join LiveArt Discord server. If there is anything else, Daniel, Boris, Luisa, you would like to share with our community and our community, if you have any questions, please, right now is the moment to ask them.
No, I mean, I think we want everyone to stay tuned. Well, obviously, all of our upcoming announcements will be published across all socials. And I mean, we'd love to hear I don't know when most people will watch this monthly gathering, but it will be great to also know what are some things that you're interested on, what are some topics that you would like us to cover. And yeah, if you have any requests for our monthly gathering next month, will be always great to hear some feedback.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I think it was beautiful. And I think we can we can finish this webinar. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Daniel, Boris, Luisa. It was an amazing space.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Olena, for organizing. Bye.
Bye.